If you did a drinking game for every time someone says Jason Bourne in the movie, you'd be dead in the first 20 minutes. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the film review, episode number 88, and the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is The Bourne Legacy. The Bourne Legacy is directed by Tony Gilroy, whose previous films include Michael Clayton and Duplicity, and it stars Jeremy Renner, Rachel Weisz, and Edward Norton. The story focuses on the events caused by Jason Bourne and how it affects other agencies in the government, particularly the one involving Aaron Cross, who's an agent who gets wrapped up in the middle of a conspiracy plot to eliminate all connections to his outcome agency. The Bourne Legacy, when they first initially announced it without Matt Damon, I was a bit skeptical about it, but once they cast Jeremy Renner in the lead, I felt a little more receptive to the idea, and The Bourne Legacy is a solid start to this new franchise. The performances here are very good. Jeremy Renner, I think, does a great job as Aaron Cross. He's not the same exact character as Jason Bourne, but instead he creates someone unique and with compelling effect. Rachel Weisz is also very good as Marta, the science who gets caught up in all of this, and she brings a lot of genuine emotional pull to the story, and her and Renner make for a very effective on-screen pairing. Edward Norton does fine in his part, but he doesn't really bring much to the core story here, which is very unfortunate. I was really intrigued by the almost sci-fi aspect that was brought to this film that differentiated it from the other Bourne films. I mean, this film actually has a lot more talking than action, but it didn't really bother me that much because I was actually pretty intrigued with the dialogue and everything. The direction here is also pretty solid. Tony Gilroy knows how to keep the tension through some of these scenes, particularly one involving a lab and then another one involving an interrogation. Now, my issues with the film stem from a couple of things. First off, in the beginning, I think the filmmakers tried way too hard to connect everything back to Jason Bourne. I mean, it was like almost the filmmakers were trying to justify why this movie needed to exist, and I felt like it just really took away from the core story that was involving Aaron Cross. Also, the action is not terrible, but it's not particularly memorable. I mean, the climax of the film felt very similar to one of the sequences from one of the earlier Bourne films. Ultimately, I'm going to give The Bourne Legacy a B. I was definitely entertained throughout, and I think it's a good solid start to this new franchise. I'm very interested to see where this story goes from here. So that's it for this review. My next review will probably be up on Monday when I review The Campaign, the new comedy starring Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. And if you like this review, hit that subscribe button up there so you can get more reviews from me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the other side.